did on my own. I just used 2 weeks to do it, and like I'm selling it. This is Joseph. Yeah,
Where are you from?
I'm from Ashama.
From Ashaman. So what do you have for us today?
Okay, so I'm an artist and I produce comic books, and I'm a self-taught animator. So I'm here to tell you more about my works. Yeah.
So what comic book do you have for us today?
Change is a comic book I did myself. It's a traditional um, way of producing comic books, so I didn't do it digitally. So when you go through the pages, you will find out that every color and every pencil art with the pen in it is straight from my hand. I didn't do this from digital.
Are you saying that those who use digital means they don't draw? They don't draw.
Okay, they draw. They draw.
Yes. So you produced it using traditional means, but you still use digital means to reproduce it into many forms. Is that not so?
So I just want to like inspire other artists, our young ones, who like comic books and also love drawing. That from our home we can just make just a short story and sell it out to make income. So actually I'm exhibiting this change. The change. It's a short story I did on my own. I just used 2 weeks to do it, and like I'm selling it for 30 cities. I'm making income. Just did print out. So I just want to tell the young ones out there that whatever skill you have there in drawing, if you can draw, if you can make any comic book, just try the traditional way. Do some short story, print it out, and then sell it. You make income.
Thank you very much. It's very, very inspiring. But from my view, what I see is that normally kids who like drawing, they normally focus on portraits, drawing of celebrities and other. It takes a different mindset to be able to imagine, to be able to craft stories and then let alone draw them. So what are some of the ways that you can tell the upcoming people to also do just to inspire them more?
Okay, so from my point, from my childhood, I grew up finding out that like a lot of artists do this portrait, pencil art, paintings, and it's just a one painting. But like I wanted to move into a different direction and like want to produce more of like artworks, but in different pools that tells story. So because I want to do stories. And I found out that doing artworks with different poses, with different pictures, but with maybe a character moving, it's nice. And like people will be happy to have it more than you having this in a portrait work. They'll just come and view and then like move about. But like when you have a story, someone wants to buy a storybook and read, get knowledge. What's this thing telling us? Like what am I going to get from this? So that's actually the reason why like I'm doing comics and I'm not doing poetry. But I found out that you suffer to earn from that side. But when you do this, you do a lot of copies. You can move.
So you are saying you can resell it for a long time. Fine. What are some of your influences so far?
Okay, so I have foreign influences. Okay, so I can't tell their name actually, but I just follow them. Yeah, I think mostly to from China, Japan, and also in America. They have artists that do comics, and I do follow them, and I like. I'm inspired by their stories. Yeah, not actually what they produce, but like their life stories in getting into becoming a comic artist. Yeah. And that's what I also want to do. And I want to like do this to inspire other young ones out there, and also basically in Ghana here to tell us that like art is also important, and we can also tell stories through art, not only by movies or songs, and it should be appreciated.
Okay. One thing I want to know, let's get to the business side of producing comics. So, can you give me a breakdown of how it is done? So, after producing the comic, what are some of the ways that you can sell your product? Give us just 5 steps. How do you sell your product? How do you market yourself? Because after producing the comic, the artist must also make money. So, what are some of the ways? How do you therefore even look at pricing also?
Okay, so I can't say much, but I'll say what I know. So after making the comic books, the way you can sell it out is you should just find an occasion where people are going to be there, and you send your stuffs there to sell it. And for the price, and you look at the effort you put into it and how valuable the books is. Is this book valuable? Like the stories in it, does it contain something that is needed by the audience? Would it benefit the audience? You put the price on it. And so sometimes you also look at the this thing, the place you find yourself, and then you put a price on it. Yeah, for you to get your books out there, you have to show it to your audience. You have to show it to them. You can even make a T-shirt around the book. You've maybe the change like this. I can have a T-shirt of the change. Yeah, I can have a T-shirt of the change.
A change t-shirt. This is how to look like. I think I look very cool. What do you say?
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So you have a change T-shirt and you are selling the change. It will inspire others to come and purchase your stuff.
Well done, well done. Thank you for having us. And what is the name of your comic book company, if I may ask?
Okay, so it's Tevity. Yeah, what it means is greatness. So every word that spells the name Tevity has a meaning. Yeah, so T stands for balance or stability, and then the E is open up, is fair. Yeah, being fair to others, and then the V is open up to everybody. I is independent, and then Y is always wanting to learn more. Yeah, so we just put it all together to be greatness. Tevity means greatness. So we are doing this to sell. Everybody can be Tevity. Yeah, if you are part of the team, you are Tevity. We stand for greatness. Everybody out there is Tevity.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you.